We're here at our cottage in Norway, and there's smoke rising from the chimney. Very cozy, of course, but nevertheless pretty strange. I mean, why aren't all the other animals making fires to stay warm? You know, why aren't all the other animals here in Norway, all the birds, the bears, the wolves, what are they doing to stay warm? Well, they are adapted to this climate. They don't need to make a fire to stay warm. They have fur, they have a different physiology than ours. They're adapted to this climate, and whatever animal is not adapted to this climate would die. That's how evolution works, right?
Pretty much. I mean, when you look at all the animals around here, there's no doubt they have a coat of fur or feathers or whatever.
Yeah.
They keep warm.
They stay warm. They're adapted to this climate. If they didn't, they would die. So now the question comes, what's up with the humans? Well, that's a big, complicated question because there's a lot of strange things going on with humans. We're pretty awesome. But I guess the point of this video is, have we adapted to this climate, or have we made adaptations? And the difference I'll explain now. As we walked out of Africa, as we ventured out of our natural climate zone, the tropics, where we can be naked, where there's no need for fire, where there's fruit and natural foods available that do not need cooking, etc. As this was happening, animals that were not intelligent enough to make artificial adaptations, they would not be able to live in that environment. And it hasn't been enough time for us to really adapt to this climate. However, even if it was, we wouldn't adapt. And the reason is because there's no biological pressure on us to adapt. If we put on clothing, like we did and like we are, in the cold climate, our bodies would not be cold, and therefore we would not have to build a fur. If you think about the way evolution works, it works by there's a change in the environment, all the animals die, except a few of them which just by genetic mutations, random mutations, happen to have a strength that improved their chance of survival. So, and then these few individuals that had that strength proliferate, and then they again all die out in the new environment, and there's a few with the strength again that proliferates, and etc., etc., etc. And this way, the pressure of the environment forces the individuals to either die or already have the adaptation by random mutation, essentially. And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not an expert on evolution, so if you have lots of ideas, put them down below in the comment section and we'll have a discussion. That would be cool. But what I see here is that by making tools or adaptations, such as clothing, such as heating, houses, etc., we take away the pressure for our bodies to have the adaptation needed for that climate, meaning everyone will survive in Norway because everyone's inside the house and wearing clothing. So there will be no pressure for those that will naturally be stronger in that environment to survive. Ergo, everyone will survive. And we will not develop a fur in any time soon because we don't need it. We have an artificial fur and we are inside houses with tropical temperature.
The question really is this a good thing?
Yeah.
Have we conquered cold? Have we, by putting on clothes, have we done something to improve our situation here? Sure. But we have to think about what we're doing as well. Is the clothes harming us? And, for example, by staying inside, is staying inside harming us?
Yeah, because basically in a natural evolution, the animals develop, say a fur, we're using that example all the time, but let's do it again. A fur is actually not the same as clothing. A fur is a living structure, it's part of the actual body. It has functions. Our skin is a natural piece of clothing. It has functions. It regulates temperature, it perspires, there's vitamin D production. So, you know, there's lots of different functions, but as soon as we put on this piece of dead clothing, doesn't matter if it's artificial like this fleece sweater, or if it's more natural like this cotton pants or hemp or whatever, it doesn't matter. It is artificial. It does not breathe. It is not a living structure like the skin is. And the same goes for the house. We're closing ourselves off from the natural flow of air, sunshine, and these kind of things. So essentially, we're just asking the question: is it a good thing that we're staying here in Norway? I mean, is that a healthy choice for humans to be outside of our natural environment? Is it just like, no problem, we just put on some clothing and heat up the fire and stay inside the house and it's all good, no problem? I'm not too sure about that. I think there are a few problems that come with this kind of artificial adaptations, and we're basically at the peril of our own intelligence in a way. We're adventurous human beings, so of course we get more out of a situation than just the physical health part of it. We get kind of adventure and exploration, and we're very curious, and we can learn so many things by staying in different strange environments. But the question still remains, where's our ideal environment? And I think that answer is very simple. It's the tropics. We are tropical animals. In ideal health, we should not be wearing clothes. Clothes can never, ever be as efficient as just skin. So clothing is a, what's the word, hindrance to health. Houses, hindrance to health. Heating, hindrance to health. All these things are obstacles to our optimal health. So
we pretty much have to remove all the things we've done to keep us alive and going in this strange climate such as Norway, and then look at where we can live, not just survive but thrive.
Without those tools.
Yeah.
Where is that? Well, it's the tropics. Fruit, sunshine, good temperature, barefoot on the earth, no clothing needed. Anyways, that's some of the factors of life. So it's all a choice. It's all life is full of compromises, but we have to ask ourselves how far we're willing to go with those compromises, and how
interested we really are in health.
Yeah.
Because if you're really interested, I think there's only one way, and we just have to follow our senses and our body.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Remember, just observe nature, observe yourself, and
do comment, because this is a really interesting topic, and it would be nice to have get some input on our thoughts.
Yeah, let's get a discussion going, and post a video response even if you have some cool ideas. Evolution is always probably one of the most challenging, complex, and interesting discussions I think we can have as humans. It's very interesting. Peace and love.
See you around.